welcome back. Today, we're diving into the Caterpillar D6X 2026. One of the most advanced dozers in Caterpillar's lineup, and a machine that's changing how operators and contractors think about performance, efficiency, and long-term value. This isn't just an update to an older model, it's a step into the future of earthmoving. Over the next few minutes, we'll walk through the exterior, the operator's cab, its performance with electric drive technology, the cost of ownership, and how it stacks up against older workhorses like the D6T and the D6R. By the end, you'll see why Caterpillar calls this machine the Dozer of the future. Asterisk. The first impression of the D6X comes from its presence. From the ground up, the exterior design is all about strength and reliability. The tracks are wide and aggressive, gripping terrain with authority whether you're working in mud, clay, or rocky ground. Caterpillar's elevated sprocket design, a signature feature on their dozers, gives the undercarriage extra clearance and helps extend track life. The blade is a massive slab of reinforced steel, with powerful hydraulic rams that raise lower and angle with smooth precision. You notice the tough protective grills covering the cooling system, large service panels along the sides, and LED work lights positioned to flood the job site when the sun goes down. It's a dozer built to survive long days and harsh conditions. With function leading every design choice, asterisk step inside, and you'll see a very different side of this machine. The cab of the D6X is designed for comfort and productivity, something older operators will immediately appreciate. The seat is cushioned, adjustable, and built with suspension to handle rough terrain. Controls fall naturally to hand-smooth joysticks replace the clunky levers of the past, giving the operator precise blade and steering input with minimal effort. A digital display consolidates vital machine stats into one easy-to-read interface: power levels, hydraulic pressures, system temperatures, and diagnostics. Visibility is excellent, with wide glass panels all around, plus cameras and mirrors that reduce blind spots. The cab is quiet compared to older dozers, thanks to better insulation and noise reduction. Climate control is standard, keeping operators comfortable in extreme weather. For those running long shifts, the reduced noise, vibration, and better ergonomics make a big difference. Asterisk, but the real story of the D6X lies under the hood. Instead of the traditional torque converter and mechanical transmission, this dozer uses Caterpillar's electric drive system. A C9.3B diesel engine powers a generator, which feeds electricity to motors that drive the tracks. That means instant torque, smooth acceleration, and a steady power curve even under heavy load. Unlike older models that would lug down or stall in tough spots, the D6X delivers consistent pushing power. The engine stays in its most efficient range, usually between 1,400 and 1,700 RPM, which cuts fuel use dramatically. Caterpillar claims up to 35% better fuel efficiency compared to the old 3-speed D6T. Real-world numbers back that up, with many owners reporting fuel savings in the 20 to 25% range. Over thousands of operating hours, those savings add up to tens of thousands of dollars. Asterisk. The electric drive doesn't just save fuel, it reduces moving parts, which means fewer breakdowns and lower maintenance costs. No transmission rebuilds, fewer clutches, fewer gears. Caterpillar estimates about a 12% drop in overall maintenance costs. And because the machine moves more material per hour, operators are seeing productivity gains of 10% or more compared to the older models. On slopes and uneven ground, the electric drive really shines. Torque delivery stays smooth, the tracks grip better, and operators report greater confidence when grading or pushing on hillsides. Asterisk. So what does it cost? In the United States, a new D6X runs in the high six figures. Depending on options like blade type, track configuration, and grade control packages, you're typically looking at $600,000 to $800,000. That's a serious investment, but Caterpillar positions it as one that pays for itself. When you calculate fuel savings, lower maintenance, and faster job completion, the payback period can be under 2 years for contractors who run their machines hard. Let's say you run 2,000 hours a year and save 20% on fuel. That could mean $30,000 to $40,000 in fuel savings annually. Add in fewer maintenance expenses and greater productivity, and the economics start to make sense. Asterisk, compared to the older D6T, the difference is night and day. The D6T's 3-speed transmission was durable but thirsty, and operators had to live with jerky shifts and higher maintenance costs. The D6R, going back further, was tough but lacked modern comfort and efficiency. The D6XE combines all the raw pushing power you'd expect from a Caterpillar dozer with the benefits of modern technology: better visibility, smoother controls, quieter operation, and real money saved on fuel and service. Asterisk, for contractors bidding on projects in the US, those savings aren't just theoretical. Lower operating costs mean you can price jobs more competitively and still protect your bottom line. For fleet managers, predictable costs and higher uptime are huge advantages. And for operators, it's simply a better machine to spend long hours in. The resale market also favors efficient models, so even when it comes time to sell or trade in, the D6XE is expected to hold value better than older designs. Asterisk. What you also get with the D6XE is a sense of being prepared for the future. While it's not a fully battery electric dozer, the hybrid electric drive system shows where the industry is headed: machines that are cleaner, more efficient, and easier to maintain without sacrificing raw capability. In the field, the difference is clear. Watch a D6XE at work and you see smooth, steady power, no hesitation, no sudden shifts. Just consistent performance as the blade moves earth with authority. Operators who've run both an older D6T and the new XE often say it feels like going from an old pickup truck to a modern luxury vehicle in terms of smoothness, control, and comfort. Asterisk, for small operators, the upfront price can feel steep, and if you only put a few hundred hours on a dozer each year, the return might not be as fast. But for larger companies, mining operations, and rental fleets, the economics are solid. It's also worth noting that more rental companies are beginning to stock the D6XE, which means even smaller contractors can get access to its benefits without the full purchase price. Asterisk, at the end of the day, the Caterpillar D6XE 2026 is more than a bulldozer. It's a signal that heavy equipment can evolve, blending decades of Caterpillar toughness with modern technology that saves money and reduces environmental impact. It's a machine that respects the operator with comfort and visibility, respects the owner with lower costs and higher productivity, and respects the industry by pointing toward a more efficient future. Asterisk, so is it worth it? If you're serious about productivity, fuel savings, and long-term ownership, the answer is yes. This is a dozer designed for the realities of modern construction and earth moving, where every gallon of fuel and every hour of uptime matter. It's not just a machine for today, it's a machine that's ready for tomorrow. Asterisk. And that's the story of the Caterpillar D6XE 2026. A dozer that pushes harder, runs smarter, and proves that innovation and reliability can go hand in hand. Whether you're an owner, an operator, or just someone fascinated by big machines, this is a dozer that commands respect every time it rolls onto a job site.